My name is Brian Murphy. I've been a resident of New York State all my life. However, as I reach retirement age, I'm seriously considering leaving New York State for two reasons: high taxes and high utility costs. In my last bill, I paid $48 in delivery charges on my electric bill and $58 in delivery charges on my natural gas. If New York State Electric and Gas gets the rate increase they have requested, my monthly bill for just delivery will increase $18 a month. A few years ago, when New York State Electric and Gas sold their generating stations as part of the deregulation, they received more than $1 billion from the sale of these plants. At the time, I believe they were instructed by the Public Service Commission to spend a good portion of this money on delivery infrastructure. If this has been done, and for the last few years New York State Electric and Gas has been collecting a significant amount of money from their customers for delivery, why do they need more money to maintain a system that should be in good shape from the money that was supposed to have been invested from the sale of the generating stations? In the present economy, where companies and the people of New York State are struggling every day to pay their bills, allowing an increase like this to go through is both unethical and immoral. Therefore, I urge the Public Service Commission to do your job and strongly reject any rate increase from New York State Electric and Gas at this time. Thank you very much.
Well, we got a happy crowd out there tonight, haven't we? A smile. Ain't that bad. Well, my name is John Roycraft. I'm a Binghamton resident. And I've got a lot of issues with NYSEG. Rate increases, bull. They ought to use what they got first. You got high officials making millions of dollars a year. Cut their wages back. Give us a break. They want one of those substations, they told everybody they got to cut and pay or lose their job. What's fair for the goose is fair for the gander. Let's go with NYSEG at the very top and start down. Cut their pay back. If they cut their pay back where they belong, we won't need to have any increases. So I'm just very upset with NYSEG, and if this goes through, I can't afford to pay it. I'm on early retirement. Social Security got no raise last year. I want to sell my house and move out of the state too. Thank you, NYSEG, for losing my everything I have. Thank you all.
My name is Tim Clark. I live on the west side of Binghamton. I heard about this on TV last week. I make below the poverty line, and Mrs. Fiala, I'm glad I voted for you. I had colorful metaphors that are probably not appropriate for this stage because I'm just a blue-collar worker, all right? I'm the head chef at a non-profit organization here in town. We use a lot of gas, we use a lot of electric. I don't know anything about gigawatts or anything I know like that. I know it's expensive, all right? To me, the whole NYSEG deal is nothing but greed. Bottom line greed. Has nothing to do It has all to do with lining their pockets at the expense of people who struggle like us. You know, I was born here, but I was not raised here. My father was raised here. You know, I feel unfortunate that I was not raised here because there's a rich Irish heritage here, and I'm Irish. You know, and I feel I missed out on that. But I just feel it's wrong. I've had enough. I've had enough with the state, and I've had enough with the federal government with taxing us for their misappropriation of funds, and we have to pay for it. I'm done with it. I'm absolutely done with it. You know, it's just I just don't get it. I just don't get it anymore. You know, we all bust our butts for a living in here, and we try to keep food on the table. We try to keep clothes on our back and our families fed and everything else. And every time we seem like we're getting just a little bit ahead, somebody like NYSEG wants to just rip the rug right out from under us, and it's just wrong. You know, it's like, you know, I wish some of those high-priced bellhops were here right now. I really do, because what they're trying to feed us is nothing but a big crap sandwich, putting lettuce and tomato on it and saying, hey, this tastes good, look what we added to it. No, it doesn't. It still tastes like crap. And that's what it is. You know? It's exactly what it is. I'm not a politician or anything like that. I'm just a normal Binghamton resident trying to do the right thing. I pay my taxes. I pay my child support. You know, and I try to do what's right for this community. You know, I work with a nonprofit. I work for the Volunteers of America. I'm the head chef there, and I work hard. We all work hard, and it's my organization is floundering because of other cuts, because of what the big banks and everybody else did. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get off before I start swearing. All right, thanks.
Hello, I'm Darlene Hinman and I live in Vestal. First I want to say I came up to New York by accident, and I came up here from Pennsylvania, and I was appalled at the rates of utilities when I started looking for housing. When people are paying $300 and $400 for apartments and they pay the exact same amount in utility, that's disgusting. People that are renting or paying mortgages cannot afford to pay that same bill in utilities. I just don't know how they do it up here in New York. The other thing I really wanted to say when I started finding out NYSEG was selling out to Spain, my first reaction was, did they ever play Monopoly when they were growing up? You don't sell your utilities to the enemies, to the opponents. You keep them in-house. The second comment I'd really like to stress is the whole financial deal is fraud. It's a lot like the Goldman Sachs deal, which we're all focusing on. This deal was made to fail. And as soon as it was structured, we knew we were all gonna get, you know what we got. And that's exactly what's coming. It should have never been executed, and it needs undone, and all the people who voted for it need booted out of office. They need criminal charges brought against them. Another thing I'd like to stress is the electric subsidies that may go to the company NYSEG in Spain. We're already having them have a monopoly on our electric. On our gas and electric. If we give them the wind subsidies, that's going to increase their profits even more. Those kind of subsidies should come down to the common man and woman who are paying their bills. You should be able to get discounts, tax exemptions, rebates, anything if you install solar, electric turbines, anything. If you help out your neighbor by selling your neighbor electricity by putting panels on your own house. I grew up on a small family farm back in the 1970s, and my parents were one of the smartest people on the hill because it wasn't a block. We had very few neighbors, and we had a solar panel, and it heated our house and our water, and we paid next to nothing for utilities. The next people that bought our farmhouse paid through the nose because they didn't know what solar panels were. I didn't understand that. This technology has been around for years, and it needs to be in the hands of the common people, not the corporate executives, because corporations are not real people. Corporations are imaginary institutions that give money to the people that run that, and all they're doing is trying to line their own pockets. They're not there to serve us, and I'm sorry, that's the way it is. So we need to undo this, and one last thing I have to say, and it's really not a good way to start the evening, but, Your Honor, you come across as really biased, and I'm really opposed to judges who are biased. They need recused. Thanks.